Hello, and welcome to the trial edition of 5 Film Friday. This is a weekly show where I review 5 films that I watched in the previous week. For the first movie, the movie Tenet. Everyone knows Christopher Nolan is one of the best directors of all time, but I have to give my honest opinion that I didn't really enjoy this movie. The main character is literally referred to as the protagonist, and in my opinion that's about all there is to him. He's just like a special forces super badass guy. And then the concept of all this forwards and backwards time is very cool, but I feel like in writing the script they were very restricted because of problems that would arise because of the concept, and they had to write around them. It just resulted in like a villain with the dumbest motivation for his actions ever. But anyways, next film, I'm Thinking of Ending Things. This is directed by Charlie Kaufman, who is the writer of some of the best movies of all time. I love Charlie Kaufman, and I was very excited for this movie. It's the best way I can describe it is just David Lynch-esque. Like, kind of hard to understand. A lot of weird dialogue taking place, but like, it's engrossing. Like, if you're the type of person that enjoys that sort of thing, it's amazing. Just the dialogue, the writing in it is so heartbreaking, and there's just so much truth involved in it. A lot of very heavy subjects covered. My only issue with the film is I very much prefer the ending of the book to the movie. It's almost like Charlie Kaufman trying to keep the ending ambiguous when the book has like a very this is what was going on ending. The next film is from way back in 1966 in Japan, The Face of Another. This is definitely the most obscure, interesting movie. It's literally about a man who has a serious accident and loses his face. It's really about like the psychological effect that like a serious scarring like that can have on a person, and it like all goes back to the psyche of how like deeply your face actually does affect the person as you are. And I mean, it's just this concept of like what is beauty and like how does beauty affect the person. The next is Fruitvale Station, which is definitely the most emotional movie of the week, and I'd say most important. Of the times, it's a movie that I think everyone should watch to educate themselves and to just kind of be aware of the issues that are taking place, and that depending on your position in society you may be totally unaware of. The relationships that are developed in a short time frame are just very moving, and like throughout the film I was thinking to myself like, all of this is like so real. Like I could see something like this happening in real life at any time. And then the last one is A Hidden Life, and it's a bit too long. And I feel like, so the thing is, I love the story, and it's very beautiful, very moving, very thought-provoking. It's about a man who in Austria during World War II refuses to serve in the army, and I mean, and like it makes you wonder like what does it really take to be a hero or a good person? It's one thing to fight for something good, and it's something even greater to stand up against evil when everyone around you is telling you it's the right thing. Another great thing about the movie is that like it shows all these perspectives. It's him going through this, but then it's his wife who he leaves at home, and she has to face like this cruel treatment from everyone in the village. And I think A Hidden Life would have been amazing if it was 2 hours long, but it was almost 3, and if they just trimmed, it would have been much more enjoyable. And then, just as a little extra, I have a short film that is pretty interesting, and it's called I Killed My Lesbian Wife, Hung Her on a Meat Hook, and Now I'm a Producer at Disney. And this film was the first film directed by Ben Affleck. I was looking through the reviews, and like everyone says how like horrible it is, but like it's really about the Me Too movement. It's about like a Hollywood director that totally abuses his powers to do whatever he wants. First film directed by Ben Affleck, and it absolutely unlike anything else that he's ever done. But I mean, that was the five films of the week, and I'll be back next week if this goes well.